Quickshot would ask me the question, like, what do you want Ender to be? And it was hard. It was like, okay, I'm good at League of Legends, right? I was a playtester, as a referee. I want people to know that. I'm also young, so I want to try to be as relatable as possible. Keep it real, kids. But...
And there I get killed again with no vision from absolutely nowhere, because Zoe is a balanced champion. Thank you, Riot Games. Thank you for this amazing champion.
Brain effect mood? Helps your serotonin levels and makes you feel more relaxed. Huh.
And we lose Baron because our jungler missed Smite, but you know what? That's okay. We all make mistakes. And next game will be better, I'm sure.
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined again by Ender.
Yeah.
How are you doing after week 3 of LEC?
I'm doing great. I have my flight to Rift Rivals tomorrow morning, so I had a crazy week 3. Fnatic almost lost against Excel, but now I'm ready to get back to LA and have some fun.
And they definitely beat G2 in a very interesting fashion too.
Yes, they beat G2, and then I was very surprised that they didn't just smash Excel. Because they came in against G2 and no one was expecting it. I think everyone predicted G2, obviously, but their early game was just so insane. I was really impressed by it.
Yeah, I mean, the good old Gragas camping top lane combo that they got taught.
Hey, he camped caps, just like the old days.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
Just the other way around.
It's basically IG Reloaded, but just with a few different name tags on it. But anyway, let's talk about your role on the broadcast, because I feel like you've been a lot more involved with the LEC broadcast, especially since this split, but at the end of last split, you could already see that. You're wearing your own style kind of thing.
How do you like this?
Yeah. You often get a lot of questions on Twitter where you get all your stuff. Do you feel a lot more at home now?
Definitely. I think the first split I was trying to settle in, right? So I wasn't really testing limits. I was just coming in and doing my job, and it went well, but I sort of flew under the radar. And then starting with spring split this year, it was like right off the bat, week 1, it was between 2 Iverns, right? Which was my first very different, not typical caster thing that I tried to do. And the whole reason that came about was because I wasn't actually on the show. So Quickshot was like, we want to get you. We want to record something while you're in LA, figure something out. I'm like, you know what? Let's make a parody between 2 ferns, right? And I thought that really worked out. But now that that's sort of gone on for a little while, I feel like this whole year has been really good for me developing personally.
What have been some of the key factors in that development, some key personalities maybe?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was just trying to establish my own personality. So it started with some more dry, awkward humor with the between 2 Iverns. And then personally also just me trying to branch out in my own style. I tried, in Spring Split, it was still suits and everything, but a little more casual with the white sneakers that I love. But now I just went shopping on Thursday. I've got probably 10 new bomber jackets to bust out. So I just love being able to express myself a little bit differently and have my own unique flair to the other casters.
Okay, interesting. Have you been talking with any of the casters so you don't bite their style? I know Froskurn is also on the kind of hip hop wear.
No, I love it. I think it's actually really fun. I love Froskurn style. Just absolutely love it. So I never would have seen myself wearing something like this, a year ago. But seeing her especially go a little bit more out there with some of her outfits, I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just do some similar stuff? And I don't think it's that crazy yet. It's just a bomber jacket, people. But it's definitely a lot more casual than the other people are pushing for.
Definitely. So what have been some of the discussions with, for example, Quickshot, who's managing the broadcast? How did you approach him and say, hey, these are some more roles, or this is a kind of personality I now want to form on broadcast? How did that go about?
Basically, there were just a lot of conversations. And for a while, Quickshot would ask me the question, what do you want Ender to be? And it was hard. It was okay, I'm good at League of Legends, right? I was a playtester, as a referee. I want people to know that. I'm also young, so I want to try to be as relatable as possible. Keep it real, kids. But
I just got that, hey, hello, fellow kids moment right there.
Exactly. So it was talking about that and then figuring out how to sort of pepper that into the broadcast. So for a long time, I was actually dueling with Vedius, right? And I got to my master promos, and I missed them. So I've fallen down a little bit since then. But now every once in a while on broadcast, we'll make a joke about how, we duo and I carry him, obviously. And we got up to Hylos, was like, try to let people know that I am good at the game, while also, making fun of Trevor for being old sometimes, because I'm young, so I get to do that.
You do get to do that, but you also get a decent amount of made fun of by the other broadcast team, especially for Scorn. It's almost reaching a point of bullying at that point.
Oh, they're definitely bullying me, but it's out of love. It's really funny because the whole thing started, there were two big things that set it in motion. The first one was in playoffs, last split, me, Vedius, and Medic, we did a bunch of TriCasts, and in all of them, they do their intro, and I'm sort of left out. And it really culminated in the one where I'm sitting there, and they did this whole running through the studio trying to find each other, right? And I'm sitting there like, where are these? Like, what are they doing? And then they come in, they have their moment, I'm like, and Andy! And they just say, nah. I was like, okay, that's a good start. But then the Kia ad too was funny because we were trying to figure out how, because I wasn't in the first Kia ad. It was like, how do we get me in the second one and fit like the story of the ads, So I come in late at the airport, and that just sort of spiraled into an even bigger thing where now I'm just left out of everything. But I think it's hilarious, so it's all good.
Yes, very hilarious. No, I'm just
just let me walk away in sadness.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so what has been the work like with for Scorn in particular? Because I feel like, yes, you and Medic and also Vedis have been working a lot together, but from an outside perspective, it feels like you and Frosk also have quite the relationship going on at this point.
I love Frosk. She is so awesome. I didn't know what to expect, honestly, because I'd never worked with her before this split. But she has a very specific way of looking at the game in particular, where I think it complements me really well. Where I go a lot off of feeling, because I play so much, I know exactly what's going on. But she'll deep dive into like specific topics and know everything about a matchup. So like if we're doing a TriCast, we can go for hours on any one subject. And I feel like whenever I talk with her, I learn something new. But she's also just like a lovely person. Like I don't know what to say. I love her. I love the rest of the crew. It's so great here in the LEC.
I'm not sure whether it's been announced yet, but are you going to go to? Yes, you are going to.
Yes,
you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
So that will be a huge mini stepping stone for you.
It's my first international event.
Exactly.
If you don't include EU Masters, which I don't personally include because EU Masters was great.
It's a minor international event, and this is a major international event.
Rift Rivals, major national event.
Okay.
We'll see. It'll be a fun tournament.
It depends whether it is or not. It depends on whether EU wins or not, basically.
Yes. I mean, come on. If?
Easy.
Hello?
I remember when it was already said that Origin, Fnatic, and G2 would go to Rift Rivals. I put out a tweet saying, I'm sorry for LCS. And then I had people in my mentions saying that, you know what? I think FlyQuest could very much beat Fnatic and Origin right now, and I'm like, okay, this is an interesting fan base.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one, but yeah, that's the expectation for some NA fans. What are your expectations for Rift Rivals?
EU probably undefeated. Maybe NA can win the show match. I think they stacked the teams against us.
Right.
Me and Vedius aren't playing in that one, so. Make of that what you will, but it seems pretty rigged to me.
I agree. You would have been the first NA import on an EU team.
Yeah, it's actually so true.
They're really.
Although actually, technically, I think Amazing counted as an import because he still maintained residency.
Yeah, residency stuff. I mean, come on,
he's an EU player. Let's be real.
Chances missed there. Definitely, you should for the next time try to apply as the first NA player in the.
So what I'm going to try to do and. Don't tell anyone over there, because this is sort of a covert mission. I'm going to try to be a referee for the stage game, right? Go back to my roots, but I might be a little biased, Maybe I walk over to the other side of the stage,
Unplug a cable
leak the comms. Yeah. It's like maybe Kobe's playing Lee Sin, and to make it thematic, we just unplug the monitor, make it so he can't see anything. Yeah. That seems fair.
In character.
Exactly.
That's cosplay, basically. I mean, very much agree with that notion. But yeah, Rift Rivals gonna be very exciting for sure. I can't wait. And for Worlds, do you aspire to be on that stage as well, of course?
Yeah, my goal for this year specifically was I want to cast at Worlds, whether it's play-ins or groups or more. I want to get out there and gain more exposure, have more important games and all of that. So I think it will be really exciting for me if I get to do that, especially because it's going to be here in Europe. So fingers crossed.
I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot here. Now you have the chance to plug why you should be part of the World's Cast.
Because I've got the best style. And also my analysis is like pretty okay. And it's like I do my job all right too, I like to think.
So, sometimes actually work. But yeah, very, very good arguments. I would agree. I would hire this man, right? Come on, let's do this. Is there anything you would like to say to the LEC fans?
Honestly, I love Europe. It's been over a year now, which is just pretty crazy to me to think because it feels like I just came here yesterday, in all honesty. And every week, I just love coming to the studio. There's so many fantastic fans that I get to meet here in person. I wish I got to meet all of you that are at home behind your monitors. You guys are the real MVPs. I used to be one of you. But yeah, I love it here, and I'm so happy that everyone makes it such a welcoming experience.
That's very nice to hear. And a hashtag for all the people that watch until the end.
Hashtag, you watched until the end. What are you doing? I'm really not that interesting, but thanks anyways.
That's a long hashtag, but we'll take it. We'll paste it one time so everyone can just copy paste it.
Perfect.
Ooh, that's a long one. You know, that takes work. That takes time.
That might be more than Twitter's like character limit.
Actually is. Anyway, thank you so much, Ender, for your time. Make sure to follow him on Twitter, of course. And this was Darius from the Shotcaller from the LEC. We'll see you guys at Web Travels. And see you guys then. Bye-bye. We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnowicz, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lukas Legal, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your very special support, and of course also all the people whose names you see scrolling past you. Without you guys, we would have closed down probably a while ago. So thank you so much for your help. Thank you.